Some energy now. 0-2 on the road, 1-2 overall. Own it, embrace it. Now let's do something about it. Hey, I've watched you play 2 quarters in the last 2 games as good as any team we've ever had. I need 4 quarters tonight. Don't you want that? Let's go get it right here. Jog it off, jog it off, jog it off. Win the day, 1, 2, 3. Win the day. Jog it off.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Central Arkansas Football Report, coming to you from Springfield, Missouri, where the Central Arkansas Bears went out over the Missouri State Bears 17-13, along with head coach Clint Conk. I'm Justin Acree, and Coach, congratulations to you personally, on win number 2 this season, but for you, a huge milestone, win number 100 at Central Arkansas.
Well, I appreciate it. Certainly feels good to win. Feels good to win on the road, and then any recognition that comes, the head coach's way is always a collaboration of a lot of people, all the great players that have come through our program over the years, and great assistant coaches. And certainly it wasn't pretty tonight, but last week we lost a close one. Tonight we won a close one, and that just kind of seems to be the mode we're in right now. But give us a little bit of feel good heading into the open day.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it certainly, like you said, it was a hard-fought game. Your quarterback, Winrick Smothers, after an uncharacteristic performance or 2, I guess, just as far as the interceptions go, he certainly had some good moments, and he's been throwing the ball a ton. He comes out on point, hits his first 14 passes to start the game. That ties a school record, and did a lot of things right to give your team a chance to win, along with that great defensive performance.
Well, the theme of the night was the great defensive performance, but Smothers, I'm not sure that we can ask that young man to do a whole lot more. I mean, he's going very accurately to the places he needs to go as far as keying protections and the run game, and he's playing his heart out like a lot of the young men are on offense. We just haven't been able to put it all together for a complete 60 minutes. But the theme of the night is about the defense. They showed a lot of physical and mental toughness, put them in a couple of bad situations, and they completely dominated the second half as far as yardage, no points, and certainly the field position.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Defense pitches a shutout in the second half. Bears win. We'll show you how it all happened here in just a moment. Stay with us.
Your 2013 Central Arkansas Football Report is sponsored by AT&T, Baptist Health, and Crane Automotive.
Arkansans rank Baptist Health first for overall quality. You've named us the leader for women's health, for orthopedics, for heart, for rehabilitation, and for state-of-the-art technology. And with over 175 access points across the state, we can provide the highest level of care close to you. The most preferred nurses, the most trusted doctors, the best overall reputation. Baptist Health, all our best.
This is my home, and here's my hot water heater, located right above my living room. And here's the mess it made when it leaked. Really leaked. Kind of throws off the ambiance, don't you think? Well, I stayed calm and called the experts at All Clean Restoration, so here it is. My living room before the water damage, and my living room after. Or as I like to think, my living room before All Clean, my living room after All Clean. All Clean Restoration, proudly serving all of Arkansas.
Welcome back, Coach. Despite 2 straight losses, your team comes in ranked 13th in the country, and I think we talked about it a little bit this week. It just shows you the level of respect that the nation has as far as the folks voting for this program to stay in the top 15, considering you lost twice in a row, and you challenged your team this week. Is that from last year in past work, or is it for this team and what you're doing now?
Yeah, I mean, is that recognition on the backs of last year's team and maybe the year before? So we're trying to create our own identity. We took a small step forward today with the win. anytime you can go into the home of Missouri Valley Conference school and win, people don't realize is North Dakota State the last 2 years has only beaten Missouri State by 3 and 4 points respectively. So, and of course, College Game Day was in Fargo, North Dakota, to commemorate North Dakota State's program. But to be able to come into Missouri Valley country and get a win for our conference, Stephen F. Austin had a big win against Montana State, the top 5 team in the country, Big Sky. Huge for our conference and certainly very big for our football team.
Yeah, and good to see, as you said, I mean, FCS football as a whole getting the national recognition that we've always felt like it deserves, and there's a lot of good football being played at this level. There's a lot of hard hits at this level too, Coach, and your team was really, I don't want to say decimated by injuries, but you had some guys nicked up all the way to season-ending injuries.
Well, we had, a couple of guys out for the season, Amari Wallace and Dominique Brown on defense. We lost Carl Brady, the senior from Memphis, for the rest of the year tonight, which is a big blow to our defense. And then on the offensive side of the football, Kyle Stouffer, our starting right tackle, left the game. We'll know more about his knee situation. Hopefully we'll get him back in a couple of weeks. And then our starting center, Alex Willis, the sophomore from Denton, Texas, had to come out of the game. And then, of course, Justin Hurd didn't make the trip, our all-conference middle linebacker, serving a suspension that is indefinite at this time.
Well, we do want to give some credit to DJ Holland, and you'll see him a few times through the highlights, not only at linebacker in Hurd's stead, but also on special teams. And you guys lost the toss and get the ball first here and try to get something going offensively. And as we mentioned, Winrick Smothers off to a great start, 14-14, but really not much to show for it offensively in the early going. Nice punt right here, and you back them up to around the 20-yard line, and defensively came right out on point, and Matthew Hornbuckle was on fire out of the gate.
Yeah, Matt Hornbuckle, the senior from Colleyville, Texas, played fantastic along with all of his buddies on the front four. But there's DJ Holland right there, the sophomore. Had an opportunity to make a big play, but we knocked him down, forced them to punt. Throw and catch there to Desmond Lewis, one of his 8 catches, the junior from Mesquite, Texas. Willie Matthews done a real fine job catching the ball out of the backfield, the junior from Memphis, one of his several catches on the night. We let the receiver here get inside of us. Nice tackle there by Carl Brady, who I mentioned earlier, the junior from Memphis. This really hurt us in the first half. Kiara Harris, the fine, dual threat quarterback from Texarkana, our inability to contain him. But they've got a nice drive going now. And then right here, a great job taking away the first read, the second read, but unfortunately they were able to flip it out on the perimeter for a gain down inside the red zone.
Yeah, that was a difficult play, and then a great throw and catch right here. Pretty good coverage right there by Dylan Winfrey, who was coming off a little bit of an injury as well. Good to see him be able to get back. They do miss the extra point, though, so it stays at 6-0.
And that play right there will loom large. Last week, the 1 point that we lost by loomed large, and then this week, ended up being a big play in the game. But 75 yards from Smothers to Lewis for a touchdown. Then we hit the extra point, and big play, and we need several of those every game.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've had a 2-play 75-yard drive. Those are always fun, and you wish you'd get a whole bunch of those every week.
Jay Stinker came in again this week, subbing for Eddie Camara, who's out again for the second consecutive week, and I thought Jace did a fine job on place kicks.
That was Vernon Scott on the play before. That's a young man who had 201 yards rushing in a very narrow loss the previous week against Murray State. You guys definitely kept him in check around 40 yards on the night. And there's Clay Murphy, one of his 6 or 7 punt returns. Didn't really have a return, I don't think, but the ball was punted very high through the night. Did a very good job as a sure-handed punt returner for you on Saturday.
Well, a big third down conversion right here to Lewis. Good job, keeps the drive going. We don't get much on first or second down, so we're forced to throw the quick out. We hit Clay Murphy, the junior from El Dorado. We come up about a half yard short, and this is John Harrison's one of his 7 punts on the night, and a tremendous individual effort there by Desmond Smith, the redshirt freshman wide receiver from Bentonville, puts us in the red area. Another pitch and catch to Lewis for tough 4 or 5 yards, and then not able to convert it into a touchdown, but Jay Stinker, again, the sophomore from Bryant, pressed into duty, was able to come in and knock down the field goal.
A 27-yarder makes it 10-6, and then it's one of the few big plays they had in the first half.
Nice tackle there by senior Marcus Peters. This play right here broke out, hurt us. They came in their split back personnel. We didn't fit our gap integrity the way we needed to. Big play. You can see right here, great job by Rodarius Winston, the senior from Bastrop, Louisiana. We took away the first, the second, and then that time the third
Yeah.
read.
That's a tough play. And then here goes Kira Harris leaking out again. And very quick quarterback. He took a shot right there by
Well,
Justin Love.
we did a much better job, Justin, in the second half containing Harris. But again, we give up a big run, a big screen play, big plays, able to convert that into points, and Missouri State fights back to take the lead.
Yeah, that extra point is good. A 9-play, 71-yard drive makes it 13-10.
Good tough run right here by Willie Matthews. Good push by the offensive line. We didn't get a consistent push like we needed to, and once again forced to punt, but that was a fine run. And then again, pretty good coverage right here. Great individual effort right there by the aforementioned DJ Holland. Come with pressure on early down. And great job by Holland and a host of UCA Bears. And then a big-time tackle there by Marcus Peters. I thought Marcus played a phenomenal game, both in zone coverage and man coverage.
Yeah, and on the play right before that, nice throw and catch right here.
Damian Watts,
Yeah.
the junior from Texarkana.
The play before that, though, Peters had defended a ball downfield, comes right back and takes a shot to help you guys get the ball back. But again, offense continuing to work here. Nice throw and catch right there. Watts again, who coming off a career game the previous week. And then Winrick Smothers up top. And what a catch by Chase Dixon, fighting through a couple of Missouri State Bears and holding on to it in the end zone.
Well, Winrick threw it the only place that he could catch it, and you can see the potential and the execution and the high level that Chase Dixon, the senior from Fort Smith, is playing with, and that's why NFL scouts are starting to flock into Conway to see that young man.
So you take a 17-13 lead, and you're feeling, we're feeling pretty good at this point. And Missouri State, though, staying aggressive offensively, and they come up with another play before the end of the half.
Well, it was a great defense play there by Zach Bush. But again, we've got positive field position, unable to move the ball, and that will be a central theme throughout the night. Just our inability on offense to take advantage of positive field position created by our defense.
And here's the one pass breakdown of the night as far as coverage goes.
Yeah, and big play, but right here the defense, really, their mettle is being tested, and they stand up. Again, great play and man coverage by Peters, and we force a long 42-yard field goal against the wind, and their young man pushed it wide right, and we're able to go into halftime with a 17-13 lead. A lot of good and a lot of bad. Certainly I thought we threw and caught the ball prolifically, but it was our inability on early downs to get positive yards in the run game. I can't tell you how many 4th and 1s, 4th and 2s that we've had the entire year. It seems to be a theme.
Yeah.
But they really showed up today, and you can't extend drives when you can't, convert on possession downs.
Well, it was certainly good to see you guys with a lead at the half after what was a rough first half last week. But Bears take the lead into the second half. That's how the score would actually end, but certainly a lot happened in the second half. We'll take a look at those highlights coming up.
Front row?
Okay, I'm jealous.
AT&T introduces the Nokia Lumia 1020. Capture every detail with brilliant zoom at 41 megapixels. You get it only from AT&T with no down payment.
All right, second half now, and Bears after losing the toss, and Missouri State deferring, kicking off. And Coach, I thought the kick coverage was especially good on Saturday.
It was, and again, pressing Jay Stinker into service. I thought he's done a more than credible job of replacing Kamara. Great job by the defense. As you can see right here, positive field position around the 50-yard line. Nice throwing catch on a possession down to Lewis. Desmond had 128 yards receiving on the night. Throwing catch to Blake Gardner, the sophomore from San Antonio, and this was a deflected ball, caught, released, and then caught again, and again on a possession down. And here you go, it's third and or maybe fourth and less than a yard, and we're unable to get the push that we need, and that's just so frustrating and disappointing. But once again, our defense answers the bell and rings the bell.
Yeah, catch and no release when you got Markeith Gaines, right?
Yeah, Markeith, the senior, is just playing dominant football right now, as our entire front four is. But we come back on the quick slant. Good job by Damian Watts. Of course, Damian had a huge week last week, came back very consistently. Possession throw and catch right here for a first down. Good job. As you can see now, we're back in Missouri State territory. A good push by the offensive line, Willie Matthews. About a 10-yard gain there. We come back on the quick hitch screen. Nice block by Lewis. Jatavius Wilson, the true freshman from Bastrop. But once again, whether it be penalties or lost yardage plays, our inability to convert points and missed a 42-yard field goal.
And that one was there, just a little bit right by Dinker. And then, boy, what a great individual play by Rodarius Winston right there, Coach. Fighting through a block, and then he reaches out with his other free arm and makes the tackle. Almost got to the punter there, but you did definitely, that's like I guess it would be like a hurry, on a quarterback. But you got him a little nervous, and he quick kicked it, and fortunately for you, ended up with great field position, but unfortunately again,
they forced us into a hot throw right there on third down, and we had to punt the football. I thought that the key in the second half was our ability to take away the run and then be able to contain Harris, where in the first half he was able to run freely, which you can see right here. John Woodard, Derek Floyd, our two very fine defensive ends. This might be the longest run he had in the second half. Convert a first down. Maybe it was called back because of holding.
That's exactly right. And then you get pressure on him. He throws it off a player's head there, and it ends up forcing another punt here. And
you can see we completely dominated the field position, and that was because our defense did such a fantastic job.
I think that do we end up kick catch interference? We never did get the final.
No, they did not call interference there. And Jacoby Walker, the junior from Houston, with a huge recovery. This was a huge play right here. Courtney Whitehead, one of his 3 or 4 catches on the night, converted third down. Des Lewis again. And you can see right here, Smothers is just dicing them up. And if we could just get some semblance of a run game going, we're going to be fine. But again, we're faced with a fourth and a yard and a half, unable to convert right there. And but once again, we've got them backed up. Don't want to let them out. Great job by the defense. A lot of matte gray helmets and white jerseys. Look at those white shirts run to the football right there. Make the ball out.
Too many of them because there was nobody there to pick up the fumble, unfortunately. But yeah, great job. And then good coverage right there, coming up and hitting people.
Yeah, Marvin Williams. Good job there, Marvin. Smothers on the scramble. And I thought Winrick did a good job of protecting the football all night. He did have one interception, but that interception was came off the face mask of one of our players. Terrence Partee, Jordan Tolliver, 2 young freshmen right there, with giving us a lot of plays in the interior defensive line, and of course Gaines again with the pressure. We forced the quarterback to double pump, and then Zach Bush. I thought Zach played fantastic, working at the outside backer position.
And here's Winrick again.
Huge third down conversion right here to keep the clock going and move the chains to Courtney Whitehead, the sophomore from
there's the interception
Athens.
there, unfortunately.
Right off the face mask of Blake Gardner. We don't get our head around, and obviously it was a perfect throw. They make a nice throw and catch there. You can see right here out of empty, they want to run the quarterback, and we're able to make him run sideways, east and west. Good job there, laying off by Justin Love. We come underneath the block there. We got to get over the top, but Love with a big tackle. Now they're down into the red area. Bush sets the edge. It's a way to fly in there, Marvin. And then they try to bounce outside, which is where we want the ball to go. And
boy, great tackle right there in space.
Just a tremendous tackle. This was just a huge sequence for our football team.
They're driving down inside. They pick up the first down there, and it looks like they're in the deep red zone, and you guys have been extremely good. Number 1 in the Southland Conference coming in the red zone. Boy, great play right there. They lose a little bit of yardage there. Markeith Gaines swallowing up the back.
Yeah, we bring pressure, and then on quick game, we got them covered up.
Derek Floyd, great play there, getting
great
down
play
low.
by Derek, and again, we feel great about it. And here's the luck right here. I think you talked about a Jackie.
Yeah, there's a Jackie Smith
Jackie
reference in
Smith
there.
reference right there. But you know, you got to get a little lucky sometimes on the road, and then on fourth down, we're able to defend the corner route. Now, I was really proud of the offense right here. This was very important. We needed a first down or two, so we wouldn't have to punt the football back. A huge third down throw and catch to Lewis.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, those two right there have a nice combination going. A nice push right here by the offensive line and Matthews, tough sledding.
Missouri State's already burned their timeouts now, and of course at this point they just running out the clock, and you walk out of there with a 17-13 win, Coach. And again, I mean, a shutout in the second half, really both ways, and you know, again, a lot to learn from. The good news is you can learn from it and build on coming off a win, which is
like
great.
I mentioned earlier, the open day comes at a great time, and then certainly we're going to be excited to be playing at home the first weekend of October, and this evens up our record. You know, it showed us that we can go on the road and win. Certainly we've got a lot to clean up, particularly on the offensive side of the football. You know, we need to get Eddie Kamara back healthy, some of the offensive linemen, and some of the defensive guys that are beat up. And this will be a great week to work with our young red shirts and player development too. So all around, for the next couple of days, it's going to be, you know, we'll have smiles on our faces because the last 2 weeks hadn't been very pleasant.
Yeah, well, I know you had a big smile on your face. We're going to go to our play of the game now, and it was the throw to Chase Dixon. And again, if there's a guy that has done, you know, more in the way of growing, I mean, literally and figuratively. I mean, there aren't too many guys on this roster, at least. He has been a great addition, certainly. And I don't know if we were ever sure that he was going to grow into the kind of tight end that he's grown into. But again, using all of that physicality on that touchdown catch.
Well, he's turned himself into an NFL prospect. You can see right there in that clip that Winrick Smothers put it the only place that he could. He was real physical with the outside backer on the little double cut move and then went up high. And that's why the NFL scouts are coming in, because he's very athletic. He's nearly 240 pounds and showed great leadership throughout the summer. And he's just a tremendous young man. He's going to graduate in December, and I couldn't be more proud of how he's progressed. He identifies and exemplifies exactly what we want our program to be about.
All right, we're going to take our final timeout, come back with our Players of the Week. Stay with us.
At Zaxby's, all of our salads are made fresh to satisfy any craving. Like the blue, with a bold taste of real blue cheese and buffaloed or blackened chicken. The house, or the Caesar. With so many flavor-packed choices, you'll be seeing salad in a whole new way. Guess someone forgot to tell us that salads are supposed to be boring. Zaxby's, indescribably good.
It's the model year end closeout at the Giant Crane Buick GMC.
The 13s have to go, so get our largest savings of the year on Acadia, Terrain, Verano, and LaCrosse.
Right now, new GMC Terrain start for just $23,995. Get discounts up to $6,000 off new Acadias and Enclaves, and new Buick Veranos start at just $19,995. Plus, the all-new 2014 GMC Sierra has arrived.
And you'll get the Crane commitment, including a 100,000-mile warranty.
It's the model year end closeout at the Giant Crane Buick GMC exit 127 in Conway.
And after a win, this is our favorite time of the week. We're going to take a look at our players of the game, and this time we're going to start on the defensive side of the ball, Coach, and I guess we're going to give one Giant game ball.
Yeah, we're going to give it to every defensive football player. You know, we probably played 30 guys today on the defense, and they all played fantastic. And I'm going to read this to make sure I got it right. We obviously pitched a shutout in the second half. We only allowed 17 yards to Missouri State in the third quarter, and 70 yards the entire second half. Thought we tackled well. We contained Harris much better. As you mentioned earlier, their very fine running back had over 200 yards rushing last week against Murray State, and I think we held him to 46 yards. So big game ball, helmet stickers and props, and players of the week to the entire defense and the defensive staff.
Yeah, we also kept a running quarterback in check enough, and also kept him under 50% passing, so certainly a lot of positives.
Great job by the defense.
No doubt. Offensively, going to go to your tandem, which is hooked up more often than not, and hopefully we'll continue to do so through the year.
Well, we're starting to see other players grow, like a Chase Dixon, a Courtney Whitehead, Damian Watson, others. But the combination of Winrick Smothers and Desmond Lewis, Smothers was 35 of 46 for 280 yards and a couple of touchdowns, and Lewis had 8 catches for a career high, 128 yards and a touchdown. And that combination has been pretty lethal the first 4 games as we continue to grow that young receiving core to take some of the pressure off of Lewis. But those two young men are playing at an extremely high level.
Well, Coach, certainly the bye week couldn't come at a better time. I know you're trying to get guys rested and healthy and ready for what's going to be an unbelievably difficult conference opener. The good news is the Red Beans and Rice Bowl being played in Conway, back on the Stripes, where you seemingly haven't been seemingly since 2012. It's been forever. But again, talk about what you're going to do and then getting ready for McNeese.
Well, 5 of our remaining 8 games are at home, and we're excited about that. But this week will be about healing up, about taking our video, doing some self-analysis of where we can improve as a coaching staff and our game plan, certainly working fundamentally with the techniques of our players. Some of our frontline guys, we're going to give them some rest. It'll allow us to work extensively, particularly at the beginning of the week with our young players that are redshirt. It's a vital aspect of our program. And then also, too, we're going to be able to get some recruiting done here, get out into the high schools and the community colleges. So it may be an open week for the team as far as playing a game, but there's a lot of work that's going to be happening over at Esther Stadium and with our coaching staff. But I'm very proud of our players. I mean, we had to fight, claw, and scratch to get this win today. Got a little lucky, got a little unlucky too. But at the end of the day, it was a win. Evens up our record, gives us some confidence, and looking forward to coming back to Conway to start the defense of our Southland Conference Championship against a great McNeese team that'll come rolling in here with a lot of confidence as well.
All right, we'll take a few minutes to savor number 100, Coach. Congratulations again.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks, Justin.
All right, well, it was a lot of fun tonight. Going to be a tough game in a couple of weeks. We look forward to joining you then on the Central Arkansas Football Report.
All right, listen up, don't move. Congratulations, guys. Congratulations. Hey, it's hard to go on the road and win. And it was certainly pretty ugly, and we got a little lucky, right? Yeah. Got a guy free, dropped the ball, that happens. That's football. That's the way it is. Defense, unbelievably phenomenal job. Phenomenal. But I will tell you this. There were big plays made in all 3 phases. How about Jacoby Walker's fumble recovery? Oh, I mean, 3rd down conversions to Lewis, to Whitehead. Unbelievable. We got number 2. We got it on the road, and that's a win. Yes, sir. That's a win. Last week, tough loss. This week, great win. Close win. 13 is all we're counting down, because that's all we gave up. Yes, sir. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Your 2013 Central Arkansas Football Report is sponsored by AT&T, Baptist Health, and Crane Automotive.
If you're coming to Conway for football, get ready to put your game face on. For shopping, dining, accommodations, and more, come for football. Stay to play. Learn more at conwayarkansas.org.
Arkansans rank Baptist Health first for overall quality. You've named us the leader for women's health, for orthopedics, for heart, for rehabilitation, and for state-of-the-art technology. And with over 175 access points across the state, we can provide the highest level of care close to you. The most preferred nurses, the most trusted doctors, the best overall reputation. Baptist Health, all our best.